Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being, and Sustainable Development 2024. As part of this series, we are organizing international conference on World Breastfeeding Week, breastfeeding, diet and nutrition, parenting, education, health, well-being, environment and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 76 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030. As part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with SRI Holistic Health Foundation India, SRI Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. We request all those presenters who have registered for their presentations or those who could not present earlier can share your details in the format which is shown on the screen in the chat box so that we can invite you after today's commemorations. So today is commemorated as International Biodiesel Day on August 10th every year, and it's a day to commemorate the discovery of the diesel engine by Rudolf Diesel in 1890. He designed the engine to work on both petroleum fuel and vegetable fuel, opening the possibility for organic oils, which are renewable and viable fuel sources in the near future. Biodiesel is a type of fuel manufactured from vegetable oils and can work without causing as much air pollution as fossil fuels. This day aims to raise awareness about the importance of non-fossil fuels as an alternative source to fuel vehicles and machines, just as Mr. Diesel predicted. Nobody can imagine a world without modern vehicles. They have drastically reduced our workloads and increased our reach. The history of biodiesel, the history of transportation, and our constant endeavor to create innovation. The need to cover a long distance in a minimum amount of time is a necessity for us. Our quest with transportation started when we domesticated animals and started using them for transportation. Archaeologists believe that oxen were the first animals used for work and transportation. As we progressed through time, we discovered steam engines were more efficient and fast, marking the beginning of the Industrial Revolution and evolution of modern vehicles. However, with the development of steam engines, the importance of fuel also came into picture. How to create steam that powers the steam engine was a big question. While coal was the obvious answer to the problem, it also created problems of its own. Coal is non-renewable resource that creates a lot of smoke and pollution. Pollution, bad enough to create dense fog in various parts of the world and impacting nature, environment, and also health and well-being. In 1890, Rudolf Diesel invented the diesel engine, which was able to run on various fuels, including vegetable oils. However, the cheap availability and efficiency of petroleum products made it hard to compete with them. But people did notice the alternatives, and a few people started to develop them. In 1937, G. Chavaney developed a method to create ethyl ester from palm oil. During the Second World War era, the supply of petroleum fuel dropped and a few countries started using biodiesel. However, said usage reverted to that of petroleum fuel supply was restored. Currently, air pollution levels have only gradually increased and need for an alternative fuel source is ever increasing. International Biodiesel is celebrated to create an awareness about alternative fuel types like biodiesel. Diesel revises its original model invented in 1890, extending the time the new engine is available to run to 1 minute in 1894. Diesel produces a series of increasingly powerful models, making them a commercial success in 1897. So G. Chavaney develops a method to manufacture ethyl ester from palm oil and use them as a diesel fuel replacement in 1937. Petroleum becomes widely available in various forms subsequent to diesel's death on September 29th of the same year in 1930. Pacific Biodiesel becomes one of the first biodiesel plants in the United States, establishing a biodiesel production operation to recycle used cooking oil into biodiesel in Maui, Hawaii, the first US biodiesel plant. Biodiesel is an alternative fuel for heavy vehicles. We can use it without making changes to the existing diesel engine. Good quality biodiesel will not damage the engine. However, poor quality fuel can damage the engine in the long run. Generally, it costs around 20 to 85 cents more than petroleum diesel per gallon in the United States. However, in countries like Germany, biodiesel is cheaper. Biodiesel can be made from a lot of crops. Create a list of all crops that can be suitable for manufacturing biodiesel. Biodiesel is generally more expensive than regular diesel. Create a price comparison chart mentioning the price of gasoline, diesel, and various biodiesels with greenhouse gas emissions. Sir Rudolf Diesel invented the engine capable of running on biofuel. So share the story of his life and legacy today to bring more awareness. According to the United States Energy Information Administration, United States biodiesel consumption grew more than 630% between 2010 and 2018, with 630% consumption growth. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, biodiesel can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 50%. Biodiesel is sulfur-free and biodegradable. Biodiesel outputs approximately 90% of the energy of regular diesel. We can also use biodiesel in plant removers, paint removers, and solvents. So this day honors and highlights the efforts made by Sir Diesel. It also shines a light on the continuous efforts made by the development sector to continue his legacy. It creates awareness about the clean alternative that biodiesel, as it does not emit greenhouse gases upon combustion. It is a cleaner alternative to petroleum fuel and is completely renewable. The importance of this day can't be overstated. It encourages us to be more contemplative in terms of lessening our carbon footprint. Today is also commemorated as World Lion Day, internationally celebrated on August 10th. aims to raise awareness about the plight faced by lions, scientifically known as Panthero leo. Lions are one of the most well-known and popular animal species out there. They are called the kings of the jungle due to their arresting and fearsome personalities created by their great bodies and heavy shiny manes. A lion's powerful roar is second to none, and it can be heard even 5 miles away. Owing to the pop culture icons like Simba from The Lion King, lions are also loved by children. However, while lions existed in large populations 100 years ago, today their numbers are just below 50,000 worldwide as a result of poaching and hunting. World Lion Day therefore brings attention to this endangered species by raising awareness, funds, and amping up protective measures. The first World Land Day came into being in 2013. It was headed by Derek and Beverly Jobert, a couple who are passionate about preservation and wildcats. After realizing that lion populations have drastically decreased worldwide, the Joberts approached National Geographic for the brand's help, forming a partnership with them. The couple came up with the Big Cat Initiative in 2009. The BCI's main goal would be to protect and preserve the remaining lion species in the world, while aspects like deforestation, climate change, human intervention in many have impacted lion populations. Studies have shown that extremely low numbers may have to do with ice ages and natural environment disasters that have led them to becoming secluded in only a few countries of the world, namely India and South Africa. To date, the BCA has made substantial leaps from getting 150 plus grant awards to reducing almost 3,000 threats to 3,000 wildcats to removing 13,000 life-threatening stares. So the lion comes from the Felidae family of cats, and it is considered to be an apex predator. It is the second largest cat, weighing around 600 to 300 to 600 pounds, with the first being its cousin, the tiger. An average lion's body is muscular with a short round neck and ears and a tufty tail. Its sex can be identified through its heavy and luscious mane, which are absent on lioness. Lioness also happen to be the only cats who roam around large groups known as prides. Scientists believe that lions do so because it is easier to catch prey in the wild. Their natural habitats are savannas and grasslands. You'll mostly likely find a pride of lions near water bodies as they strategically wait for prey to come there for a drink and then pounce on them. Carl Linnaeus, a Swedish zoologist and botanist, invents Felis leo as a scientific name of lions in 1758. The lion is placed on the red list of the International Union for Conservation of Nature due to its African population decreasing by 45% since 1990. In 1996 as vulnerable species. Derek and Beverly Jobert, in partnership with National Geographic, started the Big Cat Initiative to save lions in 2009. The BCA announces the first World Lion Day in order to include the world in the lion preservation efforts in 2030. So today we are celebrating World Lion Day in order to shed light on the dwindling lion populations of the world. The wild cat is listed under the endangered and vulnerable species list by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. So today, let's all celebrate by vowing to protect lions at all costs. You can reject lion products, donate to protection organizations, and promote them in your circles. You can also use hashtag World Lion Day on your social media and change your display picture to that of a lion. Most lions in Africa, just below the Sahara Desert, a small population, about 5%, also lives in India, in India's Gir Forest National Park. No matter how you choose to spend the day today, make sure it's worthwhile by vowing to protect lions. Lions are natural predators that are necessary to keep prey populations in check. Apart from such environmental benefits, lions are extremely beautiful and majestic animals that have ruled the pop culture scene for a long time. So let's take vow to be there for them. Whether you are looking to buy a new bag or coat or any other similar paraphernalia, make sure you know where it is coming from. Refuse to buy lion products or other animal skin products to reduce sales and market value. Time and money are the most valuable assets you can give in today's world. Look out for the national and international organizations that protect wildcats and invest in them by donating your money to the cause. If you cannot donate, you can volunteer your time by either helping the organization with volunteer work or by promoting the organization in your circles. Young lion cubs are born with spots on their coats, but these tend to fade away as they grow older. A lion's mane will change color going from light to dark as it grows older. Lion clubs are generally brought up together by all females in a pride. Lioness are better hunters than their male counterparts, and it is for this reason that they hunt 80 to 90% of the time. Lions will sleep for at least 20 hours per day. A day, so heavy and long sleepers are the lions. For most of us, the Lion King was a huge part of our childhood, or at least for our generations, though it is at a later part. We rejoiced at the birth of Simba that also grieved with him over his father's death. Holding such sweet memories and images, we cannot let the beloved animal go extinct. Let's come together on August 10th to protect lions from all dangers. Preservation has become a necessary more than ever. We cannot hope to live on a peaceful and resourceful earth if we keep depleting of its natural resources, be it water, fuel, or animals. We must preserve and protect earth for ourselves as well as our future generations. It's a celebration of the natural environment. The natural environment has given us countless gifts from food for taste and survival to medicinal properties to inspiration for technological innovations. Nature has continued to reward us since time immemorial. We must therefore honor, respect, and celebrate it. Today is also commemorated as vlogging day on August 10th. It is dedicated to vlogging. Vlogging is video logging, that people who make video blogs. Vlogging has become popular among people all over the world. It is a way for people to share information and entertainment on the internet. With consistency, hard work, and quality content, vloggers can build an audience and even gain fans. An important part of creating video logs or video blogs is being able to connect with the audiences and build an online community. Vlogging Day was founded by Summer in the City, which is UK's largest online video festival. The festival has been known to bring a community of vloggers and fans together. Creators, professionals, and viewers in the YouTube community can make lasting connections with each other during summer in the city. In 2009, when YouTube started to become a very popular social media website, more people started to consider vlogging as a way to connect with people all over the world. The festival hosts several meets and greets, award ceremonies, live performances, expos, and discussion panels. A similar festival is held in the United States called VidCon. Vlogging Day was established in the year 2018 as a result of success of summer in the city festival. It is a way to encourage more people to share their knowledge and experiences with the world. A lot of people have received valuable information because of the work that vloggers have done. The benefits of vlogging go beyond the online culture. Creators have been able to build confidence, make money, and establish successful careers. Not to mention the communities that can be built to take care about and support each other. Vlogging Day serves to inspire more people to try vlogging as a way to express themselves, help others, and even building a lasting career. With more people vlogging, we can create several healthy online communities that have no location barriers. The average length of a vlog is usually approximately 5 minutes, but some vlogs on YouTube last up to 40 minutes. If your aim is popularity rather than gaining online traffic, you should start a vlog. YouTubers charge brands between $10 to $50 per thousand views. So through charging for their content, for their advertisements in your vlogging content, you can charge and get paid and also earn. So how often should you vlog depends on what you vlog about. Posting once a week is a good standard schedule. Consider who your audience are and determine what they want to know. You can create vlogs to solve their problems. You can take part in the vlogging day by making a video of yourself and posting it online. It's a fun way to express yourself. You can enjoy watching videos online. Whenever you are interested in, you'll find videos on. You can support vloggers by sharing their videos with others. This can be with friends on social media. The YouTube platform has over 50 million content creators. PewDiePie is the most popular vlogger with over 111 million subscribers on YouTube. YouTube records over 500 hours of video being uploaded every minute. The first video ever posted on YouTube was from a zoo uploaded by Javed Karim, which lasted only 18 seconds. 37% of the total internet traffic is directed to YouTube, which is why network providers are offering cheaper data plans. So this day helps create awareness for vloggers. This helps them increase their viewership. This day also encourages more people to get involved in vlogging. The more people create, the more information is shared. Blogs are fun for the creators as well as the viewers. Watching videos online actually makes people happy whenever they are learning or being entertained. Today is also commemorated as Update Your Bio Day or Update Your Biodata Day or Resume Day or CV Day, that is Curriculum Vitae Day. This is a fun celebration twofold. First, people are encouraged to self-reflect and assess their own accomplishments, skills, and experiences thus far. It's a way to recenter your confidence by reminding yourself that you are good enough to achieve your goals. What's more, it's a way to prepare for future employment. Updating your bio on your resume means taking a step forward to your future goals, getting nearer to your dream job, and planning for a better future. So learn more about the ways you can update your bio day. While it seems like a 21st century invention, bios or resumes have existed way back in 15th century. It was Leonardo da Vinci who sent his first resume in recorded history back in 1482 when he sent a letter to the regent in Milan, Italy, in the West. His letter contained a breakdown of his skills, expertise, and experiences for an engineering job post he was applying for. Historians note that he even hired a professional writer to craft the resume for him to make it look decent. However, he didn't get the job, but the landscape of job hunting and applications have changed forever. In the 16th century, a land surveyor from England named Ralph Agassiz also developed and improved upon Da Vinci's concept of a resume by making his version more detailed, specific, and easy to read. This was the start of modern resume structure we know today. However, the term resume is French, which is why other historians claim that its country of origin is France. By the 20th century, applications began writing down a series of information relevant to the jobs they are applying for. Some details included a brief bio, name, birthday, birthplace, address, educational background, skills, and past experiences. As years went by, companies started to require applications to have a bio resume with a neat covering letter expressing their intent to apply. By the late 20th century, resumes evolved into printed form, making them cleaner, sharper, and more professional. As soon as the 21st century hit, resumes started going online. In fact, companies now use their websites to gather a pool of candidates for potential employment. Others would simply temporarily upload their resumes in their personal job hunting accounts and update them from time to time. So the ideal number of pages of a resume is 2 or 1.5 or 2.5 max. Keep in mind that the shorter resume is better so that it can be quickly read. A CV is a lengthy version of a resume that includes full academic background and credentials. A resume is a shorter and sharper, focusing on your work experience. A biodata is for those who do not have much experience or academic qualifications, and it provides simple details about you along with your educational qualifications and brief work experience, if any. So update your biodata is not just about job hunting. It is a social activity. Go ahead and update your hobbies, interests, passions, and pronouns. It's time to fresh up that resume and upload it into your hunting site. Whether you are actively or passively looking for a job, there is no harm in keeping things up to date. If you haven't updated your bio for a while, then maybe it's time to do a little self-assessment first. Try to meditate, learn more about yourself, and write the things that you think are new to you. It's a fact that employers are after your skills and experiences, not the design of your resume. So keep it simple. Keep it concise, as most employers don't have time to read through everything. The shorter, the better. Update Your Bio Date is founded by Dr. Jason Jones, Director of Computational Social Science at Emerging Realities Groups. Video resumes and bios are gaining popularity, especially in the creative industry. And video bios are the future. As part of their background investigation, some human resource officers assess your social media bio to see if you can fit with their company culture. So be careful if you are applying for jobs. Maintain a clean social media profiles. Don't post whatever you like, or don't just forward whatever is there. Don't blindly do anything on social media, because your prospective hiring companies are watching you on your social media handles. So it's confidence boosting just to look at your skills, experiences, and qualifications. If you are feeling down about yourself, update your bio and remind yourself of your value. Updating your bio is a good reminder of seeing how far you have come and how much you have accomplished. You'll also be surprised how much you have grown throughout the years. Be the boss of your own bio and get rid of unwanted details, old descriptions, and outdated statements. It's time to start afresh. This week is also commemorated as National Science Week in Australia, celebrates the scientific foundation for all innovative breakthroughs. It was initiated by the Australian government, which organizes their event every August to celebrate the impact of science, engineering, math, and technology on the world, as well as recognize the contributions of Australian scientists. If this inspires you to pursue a degree in science, this event grown in popularity and is now celebrated by various countries such as Britain, India, and Ireland, to name a few. The dates for National Science Week are determined by each participating country. So every country has their own science day or week. So with this, we conclude today's commemorations, and then we'll move on to today's presentations. So presenters who have registered for their presentations, kindly share your details in the chat box so that we can invite you for your presentations. So Rania Zenati, are you sharing your details? Share your details in the chat box. And anyone else who are waiting to make presentations? Okay, keep your PPT ready, open, and do not close any forms that are open now. You can just minimize them if you are able to see anything. She is Dr. I think she is doctoral student in materials chemistry from Department of Chemistry, Faculty of Science and Technology University, Relizane, Algeria. So she will be presenting now. You have one more also, I think, no? Yeah, you should be sharing from your side. We'll make you co-host. Do not close or open any forms. Only unmute yourself, start your video, and start your presentation and share your PPT. Yeah, now you got the permissions to share. Now you can start your audio and also video. You unmute yourself, start your camera, and start sharing your PPT. Rania Janati, Can you hear me? Unmute yourself. Without audio, how you present orally? You need to speak, right? We need to hear. You have to unmute yourself and share your PPT. Start your video also. Unmute your mic. There is an option to unmute.
Greetings, sir.
Now we can hear you. You can start your video also. Click on video. Start your video.
I have just PPT to present my presentation, not video.
No. You switch on your video, your camera. We need to see you, right? Who is presenting? Who is the presenter?
The camera, camera?
Yes, camera. Start your camera.
Okay.
Okay, you can adjust your camera.
Yeah.
Only half of your face is visible. Good. Now you share your PPT. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I hear you. Can I start, sir?
Yeah, please start sharing. We can't see your PPT. You open your PPT in your system. Have you opened?
Yes, sir.
You click on share screen. Can you see the green color button? Share. At the bottom, there are a lot of options, right? Audio, video, participants, chat. You'll be yes.
Can you
can
see
your
my presentation,
PPT?
sir?
Yes. Please continue. Introduce yourself and continue.
Like this. So I present myself. I am a doctoral student in materials chemistry at the Laboratory of Environment and Sustainable Development at the University of Marizan in Algeria, especially in the Department of Chemistry. I have the honor, sincerely, I have the honor to participate at this wonderful scientific event. So my presentation is about utilization of advanced materials for water treatment. First of all the world is suffering from pollution of water, which is a problem which is caused by by heavy metals, by many pollutants, organic and inorganic. So there is a lot of methods of treatment which which are there is a lot of methods of treatment water in order to protect our environment and our human health. So the use of advanced materials to protect water is the use of materials which I called or which I synthesized of nanocomposite adsorbent for water treatment. And this is our objective to validate and to validate the effectiveness of the new method to release this objective. So heavy metals are the most pollutants of water, like the diagram of elements of chemical elements shows at this image. So heavy metals like arsenic, copper, cadmium, zinc, etc. are pollutants of water like days and like many contaminants. And this elements, metallic elements, the most and when the first word which is mean that pollution of water are catastrophic. When we talk about industrial wastewater, especially textile industry for evacuated for industry, textile industry, etc. So what are heavy metals? Heavy metals or metal-like elements are metal which characterized by high density, atomic weight, atomic number, and greater than 14, and atomic number greater than 20. These elements are toxic and are toxic at low concentration. So this is the main cause when I chose to travel at this element. Why I choose heavy metals in this study? Because is toxic to our environment, our human health, and there is also heavy metals which are non-toxic, like gold, silver, platinum. Heavy metals includes metalloids, transition metals, basic metals, and lanthanides and actinides, like are shown in the diagram of chemical elements. The type of this element are essential heavy metals like copper, zinc, etc. Precious metals, and there are also radionuclides and high toxic. The three elements, which the big three, Pb, Hg, and Cd, cadmium, and mercury, and plutonium. So heavy metals are toxic, and their impact on the environment are so catastrophic, because like this image shows, because of the destruction of all the source of life in environments. Water, when we see water polluted, and fish are died, and also this this pollution is caused by the activities of industry. So human health is in danger, and the risk is in all the systems like cardiovascular, digestive, and is to avoid this risks, which are nanocomposites. And when we talk about nanocomposites, we talk about the rise of nanotechnology. So what are nanocomposites? Nanocomposites as a multi-scale system are so-called nanostructured materials in surface or in volume or nano reinforced. Nanocomposites are characterized by the scale of or the scale from 1 to 100 nanometers, as is shown in this scale. For 1 to 100 nanometers, this is the scale of our materials. The type of nanocomposite of these nanocomposite are there are a lot of nanocomposite, metallic based nanocomposite, polymer, ceramic, metal, carbon, bio nanocomposite, magnetic based. So we are interested by the metallic based nanocomposite in order to eliminate the heavy metals from pollutant water. So the type of nanocomposite which I synthesized is nanocomposite that the basic materials is metallic base, and it is precisely to water treatment. And when we talk about water treatment, we are talking about environment, we are talking about human, we are talking about sustainable development. So these materials are advantages, are efficacious due to mechanic strength, recyclability, simplicity, flexibility, lightweight, sustainability, as I talk about it. These materials have many benefits to chemistry, to humanity, to environment also. So the part which are which is very important is the part of experimental design. When I synthesize this material nanocomposite, there are many sources of materials like zeolite, aluminate, silica gels, molecular receivers, activate carbons, and the main materials is agricultural waste. So from agricultural waste, I product a new material, and I added nanomaterials, and this composite, by adding another product, we are obtained nanocomposite material. And after the characterization, we prove that this material is nanocomposite material. Why? Because the nano from 1 to 100 nanometer. So our materials are proved by the results to remove the heavy metal study. And this kinetic study for removal heavy metal by our synthesized nanocomposite is showing at this graph. So in just 40 minutes, we are in the scale to perhaps the elimination, the total elimination of heavy metals from pollutant water. That justified the effectiveness of our synthesized nanocomposite. So from this kinetics, and we in the future we develop and we details our study by isotherms and all of the next party to prove and to study another heavy metals and also days or all and other pollutants to prove and validate the effectiveness of our studies. The applications of nanocomposite materials are in many fields, like this field, water treatment through nanocomposite materials, antibacterial biological tests, and there are also sources of photocatalysis. So our nanocomposite materials is we need to these materials to the treatment of water and many others application in medicines, in environment, in industry, in our life. And finally, we arrived at the conclusion that nanocomposite materials represent the rise of nanotechnology. And why? Because are the substitutive of biochar as example of the they replace the materials which are rich, which are what the traditional materials. They embody the essence of shift towards more efficient, economically viable, and environmentally friendly biotechnologies and nanotechnologies. So as Oliver Puret and Orsit and Andrew Strauss said, it's time to replace the term heavy metals with potentially toxic elements when reporting environmental research. This is the truth, and we need to believe it's a time to protect and to protect our water, our humanity, our life in the short term. So thank you for your attention.
Congratulations, Rania Janati.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
well
you, sir.
presented. It's the need of the hour, because a lot of fresh water sources are getting contaminated and polluted. First thing is we need to prevent pollution, and at the same time, we need to treat the water also so that it is safe for consumption. Very well presented. And we wish you all the success for your future endeavors.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
sir, and I have sincerely the honor to participate at this wonderful conference. And I have many presentations. If you like, I have prepared the second presentation in tomorrow. If you
Yeah, you have it ready now.
want it.
Can you present now, or you would like to present tomorrow?
Not now. Tomorrow.
Okay, you register yourself once again with that new presentation topic title, because that
The second.
you will get another certificate. Yeah, for second presentation. Have you registered?
Yes. Yes.
For both papers, both presentations, you need to register differently. One
Okay.
presentation, one registration. You can make any number of presentations, because in the registration form, you will be filling the title, presentation title. Only one option is there now. You can fill only one title. So if you have many presentations, once again, you fill the registration form and fill another title, whichever you are present. So if you have 3 presentations, you have to fill 3 times. If you have only one time, depending on your presentation.
For tomorrow, sir? For tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow is last day.
Yes.
So how many presentations you have? You can?
I have just one for tomorrow.
Okay. So you, before today itself, you fill the registration form, and tomorrow you can join and make presentation.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
And before closure of conference, you also fill the feedback form. That is mandatory for you to get your certificate.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Can I stop? Can I stop the sharing?
Yeah. So
okay.
congratulations once again. You can also invite your friends also to join.
Yes. Yes. I invited my friends for 10 days.
Yeah. So tomorrow is last day. Ask them if they couldn't attend these days. So tomorrow at least they can attend one day. So take care.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
After this wonderful presentation, we are going to look at how breastfeeding is contributing to the sustainable development. As we all know, we have 17 Sustainable Development Goals and targets set. We'll look at various 17 goals, Sustainable Development Goals, how breastfeeding is contributing and is a key to sustainable development goal-wise. For each goal, we will see how breastfeeding is contributing in each and every goal and helps to promote and also attain sustainable development goal, each goal. Okay. Now, first, we'll move on to the first goal. End poverty in its all forms. This is Sustainable Development Goal number 1. Now, as we have discussed already, ending poverty in all its forms everywhere requires additional resources and equal opportunities and equal rights. Now, when we are talking about additional burden, it may be financial, economical, emotional, physical, or any kind of additional burden in terms of additional requirement of resources by buying additional, food supplement or alternative to breastfeeding, and again maintaining hygiene, health and hygiene, safety and security of such foods, and additional requirements, including energy requirements like storage, heating, or cooling, or all these from production, distribution, supply, and consumption. All this requires additional efforts, additional resources, additional investments, and it is also not affordable and accessible to many. So, breastfeeding is a natural and low-cost way of feeding babies. As breast milk is a natural source, every mother can feed her baby adequately with breast milk with no additional cost. So there is no cost involved. And it is the purest form, highly nutritious, and doesn't require any other additional resources. So she can feed the baby adequately with nutrient food at right temperatures, because breast milk is always at the right temperature for the baby. So no need to warm up or no need to cool. Breast milk is always at right temperature for the baby. And also there is no additional health and hygiene requirement. Like if you are buying some powder or milk from additionally, you have to ensure that the quality and the quantity both are safe, healthy, hygiene, nutritious, and not contaminated or adulterated. But breast milk does not these all does not apply to breast milk because they are highly nutritious, completely hygiene, completely safe, and no adulteration, no contamination, as the baby directly feed from the breast. And there is no cost involved in it, production. Because in factories, you need inputs and outputs, processing. And again, from the factory, you need to transport and you need to pack it first, and then you need to distribute it, and then you need to prepare it and consume it. So a lot of preparations are required, like you need some vessels, containers, and you need some transportation. So a lot of investment and lots of human resources are required. But from breast to your baby, there is no such kind of resources involved. So no need of any additional investment. So directly By promoting breastfeeding, you are encouraging and promoting. So by directly breastfeeding, which is a natural and no cost or low cost way of feeding babies and children, it is affordable for everyone as it is naturally available, abundantly, adequately for the child, and it does not burden households' budgets. Supplement, you need not buy any utensils or vessels to store, to process, to prepare, and you don't need to heat it or cool it, and you don't need additional spoons or anything that would require that the prepared food is delivered to your baby, is fed to your baby. So all this doesn't require when you are doing breastfeeding. And breastfeeding contributes to the poverty reduction. That's why, even in terms of poverty reduction, because otherwise you need to buy all these things and you need water, safe water again, good quality water to clean all these, right? And to prepare the food also, to make it liquid or suitable for your child to consume, you need water. And again, you need to buy water. Or even if you have some water available, you need to purify that water because child is vulnerable. And unless and until you feed your baby with clean water without any contaminated, your child might get any disease or illness that will increase the risk of mortality. So that's why it is meeting the goal, first goal, that is end poverty in all its forms. So this is contributing because breastfeeding is not at all in any forms is a burden. In fact, it reduces the additional burden. So that's why we need to encourage breastfeeding. And it's a great boon for people who are having financial hardships and who are under poverty. So second goal, end hunger, achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Now, most of these are also dealt earlier. Now, when we are recommending, when we are doing exclusive breastfeeding and continuing breastfeeding for 2 years and more, providing high quality nutrients and adequate energy and help prevent hunger, undernutrition, malnutrition, obesity, and prevent other diseases and disorders. Breastfeeding also means food security for the infants. So there might not be availability of quality and quantity food available in the market or in the production. That means we are unsure of whether we will be able to provide adequate food, quality food, nutritious food, healthy food for our baby or not for 2.5 years and beyond. But with the breast milk, you can feed your baby till 2 years and beyond. That is food security. You need not worry as long as you are maintaining healthy breastfeeding practices. and the milk continues to produce. That's why we recommend daily, regular breastfeeding. Don't miss even a single day. Even if you miss occasionally, it's fine. But deliberately make sure that you are breastfeeding your baby daily and also as many times it is required as the baby demands. That keeps your milk production stable and sustaining. So that provides food security for your baby. You need not worry about meeting and procuring food for baby. If you maintain breastfeeding in a healthy way, then you need not worry. Along with that, after 6 months or from 6 months, you can provide supplements like fruits and porridge and so on. Now, coming to goal number 3. Goal number 3 talks about ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages. As we have discussed earlier, the first 2.5 years will decide the next 50 to 60 years. The first 5 to 6 years will decide the next 50 to 60 years until the end of the life of any adult. So, through breastfeeding, significantly improves the health, development, and survival of infants and children. It also contributes to improved health and well-being of mothers, both in short and long term. So we have seen the different benefits of breastfeeding for both mother as well as child. We have seen it improves immunity, it provides adequate nutrition, and it is safe and healthy and will get adequate nutrients and micronutrients and all that is required for healthy development of baby and also mother. And as mother is being continuing the practice of breastfeeding, she is devoid of the risk of getting cancers and various other diseases and disorders are reduced. So both the mother and child is benefited for short term as well as long term. So that is catering to the goal number 3. And when coming to sustainable development goal number 4, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and provide lifelong learning opportunities for all. Let's see how breastfeeding is contributing to this goal. Breastfeeding and adequate complementary feeding are fundamentals for readiness to learn. If you are hungry, if you are not fed, if you are unhealthy, can you concentrate on your studies or will be able to attend daily school, college, or work? No, right? So that's why healthy, nutritious, quality, and adequate quantity food is necessary for your child and for you as well. That's why it will also prepare you with proper development, age-related development milestones are met, and it will prepare you for the learning. And breastfeeding and good quality complementary foods significantly contribute to mental and cognitive development along with physical development and thus promoting learning. So that is why see how wonderful the breast milk God has gifted us. And it is also helping in achieving sustainable development. And let's look at the next goal, that is goal number 5. Achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. See, in this way also, nature and environment and God has gifted every woman, every girl to produce breast milk. And in that way, there is equity and equality and also empowering girls to provide safety and security for themselves and also for their children. See how wonderful nature has gifted women and girls. Breastfeeding is a great equalizer, giving every child a fair and best start in life. Because being a mother has more responsibility to provide equal opportunities, whether it is a male child or a female child, doesn't matter. To provide equal opportunity, every child is fair and best start in life. Mother ensures through breastfeeding both, irrespective of whether it is a male child, female child, by breastfeeding them. Mother is empowering every child, is a great equalizer in gender equality. She is contributing to gender equity and equality by being fair and best start in the life for their children. And breastfeeding is uniquely a right of women. That's why it is a right of women and also right of a child. So we should ensure that both are utilizing their rights. And they should be supported by society to breastfeed optimally. The breastfeeding experience can be satisfying and empowering for both mother, as she is in control of how she feeds her baby, and well as the mother, the baby, how he satisfies his nutritional requirements and hunger and thirst by this breastfeeding. And when coming to goal number 6, ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. See, we were discussing water is important, and our body consists of 70% of water, and we need to take adequate water to be healthy and for various purposes in the body. So breastfeeding on demand provides all the water a baby needs, because even the breast milk contains 70% of water, 70 to 80% of water. So even in hot weather or cold weather, it doesn't matter. Your breast milk is always at right temperature for the baby. So on the other hand, formula feeding requires access to clean water, hygiene, and sanitation. See, that's why we were discussing, right? So if you are using some formula feed or some other breast milk substitute or alternative, you need to prepare them. And without water, you cannot feed to baby. And for that, you need a clean water, quality water, water without any contaminants, pure water. And you need to, while preparing also, you have to ensure that it is in a healthy and hygienic place. Otherwise, water will get contaminated with the environment. So without all these things, you can avoid all these things by breastfeeding. And sometimes, depending on the weather conditions, you have to bring the feed into the right temperatures so that baby can easily consume it. So again, you need to heat it or cool it accordingly. So again, this also involves risk and additional requirements. But by promoting and fostering, by continuing breastfeeding, you need not worry about all these things. So breast milk is adequate, pure, secure, nutritious, and at right temperature, which the baby requires. Even if you are in chilled or weather or hot weather, but your breast milk always stays in the right temperature so that your baby can consume it appropriately. So no need to worry. That's another, see how much wonderful the God has designed every species and its mechanisms to protect itself and its offsprings, right? So coming to goal number 7, ensure access to all affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. So, breastfeeding entails no energy or less energy when compared to its formula production industries. It also reduces the need for water, firewood, and fossil fuels in the home. As we discussed, there is no additional requirement of establishing a factory or producing food grains, and that needs to be transported to factories, and there it has to be processed, and again from there it has to be supplied to the distributor, then to retailer, and then from there you need to buy it and you need to prepare it. See how much energy is required, how much water is required, how much manpower, human power is required, labor is required, how many resources are required. No energy in the form of electricity and transportation, diesel, fossil fuels, petrol, or again for packing, and again heating and cooling. See how much energy requirements are there. But simply by going by breastfeeding, there is no or less energy, because you don't need any energy to produce breast milk. It is by nature. You are gifted with that. And all that is required is you consume adequate water and good food, adequate food, so that your milk production continues along with breastfeeding. So in this way also, it is contributing energy requirements, and it also reduces the need for water. No need of water, because anyway you are consuming water, and the same water is taken up by your breast in the process of milk production. So 70 to 80% of water which is contained in the breast milk feeds the baby requirements. Baby also needs water, so that water is supplied through the breast milk, and there is no additional water requirements, and neither any firewood, because the adequate temperatures of breast milk, there is no need to heat, there is no need to cool, or there is no need to store, because always in the breast milk, the milk is stored safely at adequate temperatures. So no need to heat it, no need to cool it. As it is, you can feed the baby. See, wonderful mechanism the God has naturally gifted. And coming to goal number 8, promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. Breastfeeding women who are supported by their employers are more productive and loyal. See, generally, if we are worried about something, if we are concerned about something, we'll definitely compromise or jeopardized by those concerns and worries. When a mother has to feed their baby, if that is adequately met, like if a mother is provided some space where she can leave her baby or she can keep her baby, and also provide some provisions, additional time, concessions where she can frequently feed her baby and along with some privacy conditions where she can comfortably feed her baby, she will be more productive. She will be more satisfied, content. She need not worry about her baby. That's why we need to have provisions for mother. Either we should provide leave. If we are not able to provide leave for mother, then we should make arrangements, some space to be dedicated or someone to take care of, or even a mother should be placed in such a way that she can take care of her baby along doing with the work, or there should be someone delegated with the additional responsibility of taking care of baby, so that, and mother should also be provided opportunity to feed baby frequently as required, as demanded by the child, so that mother also feels more happy and she will be willing to work more productively, more happily. That means more work is done and satisfaction levels are also higher. And there is more loyalty, definitely, when you are supporting women and also their children, they will feel more loyal to the organization, to the management, because you are taking care of them. They will also ensure when organization is taking care of you, why you would like to leave the organization. Even in times of hardships, you will stick to the organization if the organization or the administration or the management is taking care of your requirements. So in that way, you will also retain your employees. You will also be able to encourage and also boost the morale of employees, and also you will be able to increase the loyalty and retain the loyalty of your employees, and productivity also will increase as the satisfaction levels are more, and there will be more involvement, work involvement, because they feel loyal and responsible, accountable for their work. So in that way, you are also helping the women employees to be more productive and loyal. And maternity protection and other workplace policies can enable women to combine breastfeeding and other work or employment. See, that's why if we are not able to provide her maternity leave and let her take care of themselves. Or if you can provide, see, what she needs, a space, private space, at least if you cannot provide some permanent structures. Like in hospitals, we have these partitions, right? Where these iron fixtures, MS fixtures or aluminum fixtures are there with curtains where you can just close the space and the mother can feed her baby. And after that, you can remove that temporary partitions, what we call temporary structures. So you can provide one that. So whenever the mother wants to feed, she can do it at her own place or at her own table or chair, wherever it is, or provide some corner space. See where, especially corners are very good because two sides already there is some, closure, and only you need to take care of one side or two sides. So that is very easy where you can be safely feeding your baby. So even that you can do it, and that doesn't require much resources, right? And having a baby is also relaxing. Of course, troublesome also at times if you are not able to manage baby. Otherwise, it is also on the other side. It is more pleasurable experience for your employees as well because they feel the pleasure of playing with baby, spending time with the baby, and but ensure that proper management is there so that it does not eat up the time productivity of employees. So it all depends on how you manage the things that are there in place. So in that way also you can help boost the morale and loyalty of employees, not just the mother, but also people around, by boosting their confidence and also creating a sense of responsibility by the organization towards employees. And decent jobs should cater to the needs of breastfeeding women, especially those in precarious situations. So all decent companies and decent jobs should provide provisions for breastfeeding, because that is natural right for women and also a right of child. By not providing them, you are violating not only the right of women, but also the right of child, which is not at all advisable or recommended. And you are also violating the right, which is a constitutional right and universal right as per United Nations and also as per ILO. So you are violating, and you are also under the obligation of consequences for violation. So to avoid all these things and be in a healthy position and healthy procedures, it's always recommended. Either if you are able to manage, provide adequate additional resources, infrastructure, and time, or provide maternity leave so that she can take care of herself. Or if you have more, what you can do is, you can, if there are more employees, say thousands of employees, hundreds of employees, then you can appoint a caretaker, a crèche within the industry, where all the women who are nursing, who are breastfeeding, who are pregnant, or can come there and take rest for periodic rest, so that they can help themselves to relax and take short breaks and also feed. And you can have a caretaker so that they can take care of babies while mothers are working, so that whenever a baby requires attention, she can inform respective mother so that she can come and attend and then go back to her work. So this way, you will be also managing the place and the babies. You will be also providing a place for babies, a secure place, safe place for babies. And under the provisions of various establishments acts, you can also claim the expenditure, and you will also have the benefits under various taxes, and you will also provide a goodwill and a good image of organization, management, administration to the employees and all the stakeholders. So it is a win-win situation for everyone. And coming to goal number 9, build resilient infrastructure and promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization and foster innovation. So with industrialization and urbanization, the time and space challenges become more prominent, and breastfeeding mothers who work outside the home need to manage these challenges and be supported by the employers, their own families and communities. Creches near the workplace, lactation rooms, and breastfeeding breaks can make a big difference. That's what we were discussing, right? Additional infrastructure and additional resources. That doesn't cost much, but it makes a lot of difference. So goal number 10, reduce inequality within among the countries. Those countries who are promoting breastfeeding are more healthier, more productive, and more economical, and more culturally diverse than the countries who do not promote breastfeeding. Because, again, if you are not breastfeeding, you need additional resources, additional feed that will cost you. And for that, you need to have income, stable income to spend. Again, that will also impact the GDP of the nation. So breastfeeding practices differ across the globe and across the nations. Breastfeeding needs to be protected, promoted, and supported among all, but in particular among poor and vulnerable groups, especially underdeveloping countries or developing countries. and among developed countries, how we can reduce inequalities through promoting, protecting, and supporting breastfeeding. We can help to reduce inequalities, as the healthier babies, the more productive the mothers and babies. So the better future, the better productivity, that will generate better income for the nation. And coming to goal number 11, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. So, in the bustle of big cities, breastfeeding mothers and their babies need to feel safe and welcome in all public spaces. That's why these lactation rooms are very much essential, because we have diverse cultures and everyone is hurrying up, and everyone is different, everyone is in their own this thing. We need to provide a safe place and welcoming place in all public places, including offices, schools, colleges, wherever women are working, and ensure that they have safe and secure spaces where they can breastfeed their babies. So that's why these lactation rooms are very much important. And also, when cluster so breastfeeding provide in the bustle of big cities, and breastfeeding mothers and all babies need to feel safe and welcome in all public spaces. When disaster and humanity's crisis strike, especially women and children are more affected disproportionately, and pregnant and lactating women need particular support during such times. See, when there are disasters, we do not get enough food supplies, medical supplies. We do not have proper infrastructure, especially when we are affected by the disaster through displacement or rehabilitation or temporarily relocation. At that time, it is when having, by breastfeeding the baby, you will also address these all requirements, because wherever you are, you can breastfeed your baby. And as long as you can breastfeed, there is no need additional requirements for the baby. So even when you are in relocation camps or rehabilitation camps, you can continue to breastfeed your baby and continue to take requirements of your baby. That's why even in rehabilitation camps and also, we need to support the mothers. And coming to goal number 12, ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. So breastfeeding provides a healthy, viable, non-polluting, non-resource intensive, sustainable, natural, eco-friendly source of nutrition and sustenance. So that's why we are mentioning time and again to continue breastfeeding as long as you can. Don't stop it, because that provides continuous feed, which is healthy, which is not polluting, non-resource. You don't need any additional resources. It is not creating any pollution, and it is natural, and it is highly nutritious, and it is not contaminated, and it is in the right temperature, and it is in the right, what we call state, which your baby can consume, and it is sustainable. As long as you maintain the breastfeeding and you maintain your healthy habits, your milk production continues. And it can, based on your breastfeeding practices and healthy lifestyle, you can continue breastfeeding till 2.5 years. So it is also a sustainable way of securing and providing consumption and production patterns. As long as you maintain your production, the baby will consume it, and both the patterns are established, which are safe for the baby as well as the mother. So your child is getting ensured of sustainable production and consumption of breast milk. And goal number 13, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. So breastfeeding safeguards infant health and nutrition in times of adversity and weather-related disasters due to global warming. As discussed just now, when there are disasters and impacts where there are droughts or where there are famines, where there are floods, you might not get immediate food or supply. So there, in those times also, breastfeed is available abundantly, adequately with the mother. So you can continue to feed the baby. So there is no need of additional requirements. So coming to Sustainable Development Goal number 14, conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. So breastfeeding entails less waste. There is no waste at all, because whatever the milk is produced, that is completely consumed by the baby when compared to formula feeding, right? So there is no wastage because the baby directly consumes from the breast of the mother. So baby only consumes as much as required. The rest of the milk is safe in the breast milk, stored in the breast itself. So that next time, whenever the baby feels hungry, the baby consumes it again in the next session. So there is no wastage. But formula feeding, if baby doesn't consume, you cannot store it as it is. You need to throw it away. Otherwise, it gets contaminated. And it is not always advisable to feed it. And industrial formula production and distribution leads to waste pollution that pollutes the seas and affects marine life. But here there is no waste in the production, zero waste. So you are not polluting any seas or water bodies with that waste generated or any pollution. But factories, they require a lot of water. They emit a lot of pollutants, which contaminate the sea and ocean water, and that will impact marine animals. See, by promoting breastfeeding, you're also preventing all these and protecting oceans, seas, and marine animals. See how wonderful it is. By just one decision to breastfeed your child for the 2.5 years, see how much you can make a change. That's why in life, there are small decisions, but it can create a lot of impact in our lives. But we are not conscious, we are not informed about these things. We'll think, oh, what is there, what is great in breastfeeding? You can buy some bottle and feed it. Why we have to take? But so many benefits are there. You are directly, indirectly contributing a lot to yourself, your family, your society, your community, to your country, to the planet in so many ways. Coming to goal number 15, protect, restore, promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and habitat and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. So, through breastfeeding, as breastfeeding is a natural, environment-friendly, ecological compared to formula feeding. So it is safe for everyone, including the nature and environment. And there is no need of any destroying any desertification of forests, any destroying of forests or deforestation, because you don't need anything. You don't need additional space for cultivation or production. You don't need any additional space for storage or additional space for transport or additional space for processing. No need of requirement. Everything is taken care in the breast itself. And formula production implies dairy farming, because you need milk powder. Where that milk will come from? From cattle. That means you need to again raise cattle, and for that cattle farming, again you need resources, you need land, you need water, you need fodder, and you need medicines, you need human resources, and you need energy like electricity, and you need plenty of water for the dairy, for the cattle, as well as to clean, and you need a lot of other additional requirements. See how much is required for producing the formula food. And it also puts pressure on natural resources and contribution to carbon emissions. In this process of generation, every industry emits carbon emissions, and it contributes to the climate change, right? But through breastfeeding, you are avoiding all these things. Everything, milk, the entire breast milk is produced in the breast. There is no need of machinery, there is no need of industry, there is no need of vehicles for transportation, and there is no need of deforestation, cutting the trees and all, killing the animals to produce, food that is required to feed the cattle. And, again, cattle milk is collected and again processed, made into powder. See how much big process is involved. All these can be avoided by just opting for breastfeeding. So everything from production, processing, supply, everything is taken care in the breast without any additional requirements. And it is safe, secure, without any contamination. The baby is directly feeding from the breast. So everything is reduced, prevented, minimized. And it does not affect climate change, because no gases emissions are there, no pollution is there. So it doesn't affect anyway. It doesn't contribute to the climate change. And moving to Sustainable Development Goal number 60, promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. Now, breastfeeding is enshrined in many human rights frameworks and conventions. That is a right of women as well as the right of child. So you cannot deny the right of women and right of child to be breastfed. National legislation and policies to protect and support breastfeeding mothers and babies are needed to ensure that their rights are upheld. Though universally by World Health Organization, by United Nations, and by International Labour Organization, there are conventions and frameworks, but they have to be ratified by nations, and they have to create a policy and a legal framework and an implementation mechanism so that these rights are upheld, protected, and implemented. Now, coming to the last goal of Sustainable Development, that is goal number 17, strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership and for sustainable development. So the global strategy for the infant and young child feeding, in short known as GSI/CF, fosters multi-sectorial collaboration and can build upon various partnerships for support of development through breastfeeding program and initiatives. So many organizations are involved like UN, World Health Organization, ILO, and various nations, governments, and different sectors like law, legal, judicial, and parliament, executive, everyone, multi-sectorial approach is required, partnership is required so that everyone come together and support these breastfeeding programs and initiatives. Like even in India, we have IMS Act, in short known as, where even BPNI is entrusted to ensure that IMS Act is implemented, and various NGOs are working. Even people like us are promoting in whatever ways we can to promote. And people who are promoting, who are breastfeeding their babies, especially women, are promoting, sustaining these breastfeeding practices by keeping themselves and their child healthy and securing their health and well-being even in future. So in this way, you have seen how a simple decision of breastfeeding your child can do a lot of contribution, not only to you, your child, your family, your community, your state, your nation, and planet at large. So with this, we shall conclude today's sessions here and will continue tomorrow, that is on the last day of this 10 days international conference. And on 12th, so tomorrow is 11th, on 12th we have World Elephant Day. We have international seminar on occasion of World Elephant Day, 1 day seminar. So we request everyone to register and attend. Even if you are not registering, you can directly attend the program with the same link, and we'll also provide you certificates for the whoever is completing the formalities. And you will able to learn how these magnificent creatures, elephants, are so similar to human beings because they are also mammals. And you can learn a lot about elephants on this day. So on 12th, that is day after tomorrow, on Monday, we request everyone to invite your friends, colleagues to join in the World Elephant Day celebrations. And also on August 15th, we are celebrating 77th anniversary of Indian independence and 78th day of India's independence. So we invite you, everyone, to join in the celebrations. And there is also a quiz as part of Independence Day celebrations, which will be shared today or tomorrow, and that will be open for the entire year till 31st December 2024, as we are doing it. You can fill it at any time, but those who are filling the quiz form till 15th August, at any time, whenever you submit, you will be getting your certificates in a periodic manner. But those who are filling it before 15th August, we will be computing the highest score for those, and we will be giving a merit certificate. We'll be declaring them in August 15th celebrations. Till whoever fills till 15th August before the program, we will see the top 3 scorers and we will give a merit certificate in the quiz. After that also you can continue to fill and submit your quiz responses, and you can get participation certificate. But on special occasion, those who are filling it before 15th August, you will be getting a merit. If you are scoring the highest, you will be getting the merit certificate. And after that, there will be no merit certificates issued. You will be only getting participation certificate, those who are submitting their forms. And apart from that, we will have presentations and participation. Quiz certificate is additional, and that you can submit anytime till 31st December 2024. But if you want certificate, as soon as it is available, today or tomorrow, we'll be sharing, if possible, today itself or tomorrow on our website. You can visit our website in the quizzes section. In the menu, first option is quizzes only. You can just click on the quizzes section. In that web page, you can see the latest quiz and also all the previous quiz. You can still, those who have not submitted, you can submit them. And periodically, certificates are released and we will release accordingly. You can download your certificate. There is a link also to download your certificate. From there, you can download your certificates. Additionally, like as usual, we'll have these presentation certificates for those presenters who are making presentation, and there is no age limit. Even students, children, school children can also participate and talk about freedom struggle, freedom fighters, and their contributions, about policies, programs, or their experiences, how they plan to celebrate or how they have celebrated. Basically, we want everyone to take part in the celebration and also get a certificate being part of the celebration. And this is open to everyone across the world, not just for Indians. Don't think that it is only an Indian celebration, so Indian Independence Day, so that others cannot participate. Nothing like that. Everyone across the world can take part, can make presentations. It can be as shorter as 2 or 3 minutes also fine. Even with PPT, without PPT, doesn't matter. If you are coming but with a painting, poster, anything is fine. Or if you are doing some song, dance, but as long as it is not, objectionable or vulgar, or which is not appropriate, you all are welcome. Invite your children, especially, because children will not get an opportunity on such an international platform. So invite all your children to register and take part. Even if you don't register also, don't worry. On that day also you can register, but the form is already there. We request everyone, even for your children also, you help them, you register, and let them, motivate them to talk at least for 1-2 minutes, or how they celebrated in their school. Anyway, that program is in the evening. If more people are registering and if they are making requests, then we can have it from afternoon also. But as of now, it is scheduled in the evening. So motivate children to make their presentations or talk on celebrations or talk about their favorite freedom, leader, freedom struggle leader, or anyone, freedom fighter, or about reforms. What do they like about this freedom struggle? Anything related. So this is a wonderful opportunity. Don't miss to be part of the 77th anniversary of Independence Day and also 78th Independence Day celebrations. It's a one-time life opportunity for all. Let's come together, promote each other, And let's everyone ensure that everyone is participating, and also everyone is going away with a token of gratitude, that is a certificate for various activities like presentation, participation, quiz, and so on. So thank you once again. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form. Which is being raised in the form of polls. Feedback form is mandatory. So we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before you leave the platform. Once you fill and submit your feedback form, you can leave the platform. See you all tomorrow and every day at 6 p.m. Take care. Good night. And tomorrow, in the valedictory section, we will be sharing the conference overall feedback form. That will be for all the 10 days. We will also share a Google link for providing overall feedback form, feedback for the entire conference. That will be also updated on the website. No need to worry. So you can fill it tomorrow after valedictory or later on also by visiting website. An email also will be sent to you. So you can check in your email and fill the form. And after 3 to 5 working days, subject to completion of all the formalities, you can download your certificates from the website. So thank you once again for everyone for being part of this celebrations. See you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.